Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker Sidious twist similar to The Empire Strikes Back's reveal of Vader being Luke's father, but it doesn't quite work the same way. Directed by J.J. Abrams, who co-wrote the script alongside Chris Terrio, The Rise of Skywalker brings the story of Rey to an end. At least for now, and answers one of the biggest mysteries about the character. Even before the release of The Force Awakens, fans had been wondering who Rey was. No last name was revealed, and fan theories before and after Abrams' first sequel trilogy movie considered the full roster of notable Star Wars families: Skywalker, Solo, Kenobi or Palpatine. In the end, it turned out to be the latter, via the reveal her parents were nobodies in Star Wars: The Last Jedi, with Rey being the granddaughter of Emperor Palpatine. Darth Vader being Luke Skywalker's father is, after 40+ years, something so accepted it's almost not even considered a plot twist. It just is. It's an important and core part of the entire Star Wars franchise, key to its themes and overarching narrative. Luke, I am your father, is considered an iconic movie quote, so it's worth at this point looking at just how big a deal this was, and is. Unbeknownst to most fans, this wasn't George Lucas' original plan, so there aren't any clear hints of in Star Wars: A New Hope. That means it comes as a total shock to viewers, but one that still makes sense. So much so it's impossible now to imagine Star Wars without it. Luke thought Vader had murdered his father, and yes, from a certain point of view, he did, so learning instead that his dad is actually the part man, part machine responsible for wiping out most of the Jedi Order, is the most devastating thing possible. The pain of Luke losing a hand is nothing compared to that of gaining a father, especially when that father is the Sith Lord who murdered his beloved mentor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, in A New Hope. This goes for the audience too. Our emotional investment in the story soars, and a whole new dimension is added to the saga's key rivalry. It's shocking, intense, and devastating, but also leads to an ultimate story of redemption. It's the key moment in the narrative, and about as perfect as a plot twist can be. Rey being the granddaughter of Chief Palpatine isn't quite a direct parallel of Luke being Vader's son. It's less a rhyme and more of just a sounds like, and it's certainly not poetry. Admittedly, it's hard to compete with such a beloved twist, but there are a variety of reasons why this big reveal falls flat. Firstly, there's a problem with how little Palpatine has been established in Disney's sequel trilogy. Kathleen Kennedy may have once claimed it was the plan all along in some form, but it's since become apparent that Palpatine's return was J.J. Abrams' idea after he came back for Star Wars 9. Darth Sidious is mentioned in The Last Jedi, but there's nothing in that or The Force Awakens to even hint he's still alive. Similarly, the only explanation as to how Palpatine was able to return is when he reveals himself to Kylo Ren on Exegol, and echoes the same quote he spoke to Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Other than that, his resurrection remains a mystery. But that's all we know. We don't even get a full explanation as to how Palpatine made Snoke as he told Kylo Ren. But that's a subject for another time. Another major problem is that there is no possible redemption on the part of Darth Sidious, which is one of the reasons that the Vader/Luke plotline worked so well. Palpatine has always been manipulative and evil. He has no desire to become the good grandpa for Rey. And there's no way for Sidious to return to the light side of the Force, because as far as we all know, Palpatine was never a Jedi. He was always a Sith, born with dark Force tendencies. The twist would have worked much better had Rey learned about Grandpa Sheev from Kylo Ren in The Last Jedi, instead of her parents being nobodies. That would have given fans time to let this sink in, before Palpatine verified the reveal in The Rise of Skywalker. Because he hasn't been established, there's then no relationship between Palpatine and Rey to draw upon. Unlike Luke, who had first-hand experience of his father's evil deeds, for Rey, it's just disturbing for her to know she is descended from pure evil. There's nothing personal to draw from. What makes the twist even more frustrating is that The Last Jedi already delivered the best twist on Rey's parents possible. Rey being a nobody is a much more shattering reveal. Rey being a no one suggests that anyone can be great, and it really doesn't matter where you come from. She was powerful because the Force chose her, not because she was a Palpatine. That fits with the broader themes at play in Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and is what The Rise of Skywalker seemingly rejects in favor of another parental dynamic like we've already seen with Luke and Vader and then Kylo and Han. Rey is so shockingly powerful because she's a Palpatine, because apparently that's how the Force works. But Rey discovering she's a no one, but becoming someone great all the same, feels more inspirational, more special, and more purely Star Wars.